Hello and welcome to the show. I am your host, Shànks the Red, and my shit just fucked up. Sorry I didn't make it yesterday. I was a little busy, doing other things. Unfortunately, I got no new hardware, but I do have 5 more games that I will be able to put on the cast. Or was it? No, it was 6. Which, since I'm thinking about that, I have to bring it up. The games I obtained were Dark Souls 2, which I need to beat Dark Souls before we get to Dark Souls 2. But I have that now. Final Fantasy 3, 4, 13, and 13-2. And 3 and 4 are the ones I need to talk about. But I also got Risk of Rain, which is going to be a lot of fun, and I can put in between games. And we might see that a lot after this game, Chain of Memories, because we're getting close to ending it. But 3 and 4, Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 4. Since I have them on Steam, and I'm an achievement whore, I want to play them on Steam, but I also want to get their original versions due. And I've been thinking about this a while, because 3, 4, 2, 6, well, no, 2 through 5, or 1 through 5, the first 5 games of the series, have been re-released so many times, and I never really knew what copy to play. So I'm bringing this up now to get it out of the way. When I play them, the first time I play them will be the original versions. So like 1 through 3, NES. Because that's how I've played all of them. And I want to give those copies their due, because that's what made them what they were. Granted, 2 and 3 technically didn't have US releases, but no one needs to think too much into that. Same with 5. 4 and 5 and 6, all Super Nintendo. I have a feeling we're gonna play 4 through 3 times because the PSP version has better graphics. And I want to see what that looks like all the way. But yes, originals first, and then Steam versions, and then anything else if I feel like playing it again. So, there's also Dark Souls 2, which I plan on playing Dark Souls on cast, and beating it on cast, finally beating it without editing my souls, would make me feel really good about that game. Then Dark Souls 2, I've played, I haven't beat. I played before I owned it. I played a friend's copy. So, I didn't set this up, because I'm an idiot. It does this every time. Chain of Memories. Let's get into it. I need to do the voice check. But we were halfway through Halloween Town. Oh, we started right about 5 o'clock, so perfect. Took us a little over, but that's fine. Voice is just fine. We're gonna take this off then, because I want to put my earphones back on properly. I don't think I can stand earbuds on cast. I'm willing to try, but chances are I don't think I could do earbuds all cast. They aren't as comfortable, to be perfectly honest. Neither of them are completely comfortable, but at least the headset. My brain just lapsed. So, yeah, we were over halfway done with Halloween Town. So we're gonna be continuing Halloween Town. I have to remember, I actually have to, I'm playing Riku, so I want to use my Heartless cards as the fight starts. Make full advantage of any advantages I could possibly have. Got it. Boom! I like the search ghost size. They be popping out! Oh fucking why? Well then. We've got 2 rooms left. And we gotta make full use of them. Boom! Strong Initiative is a good card. I really like Strong Initiative because it incentivizes getting initiative pretty well, I might add. And we did it. I'd love to hit 50 before we get to Oogie, but chances of that happening are extremely low. Not without adding a room on. I'm hearing funny noises. Oh no, I'm not. I just realized that's my dog. Is it a little bit surprising that I'm extremely excited about the Final Fantasy XIII playthrough? Because I did actually enjoy that game. Like, I thought it was a pretty good game. The story was hard to follow for some people, but I mean overall it was a pretty good addition in my opinion. Just my opinion though. Not bad. I'm really quiet right now because I'm still waking up. And I have a feeling I ate too much because I just feel sleepy. Hey, it's a kitty. I got 2 Sleeping Darkness cards. Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna need to remember my drink today. Oh, hey, what's going on? This is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. It's the second in the series. In the timeline, I couldn't tell you anymore. Because I don't actually know where Recoded and Birth by Sleep go. And there's like a newer game on 3DS that I barely know anything about other than it exists. But yeah, this was a Game Boy Advance game. And it went over... I could see that, but if you're a Square RPG fan, you really missed out. At least to me. It's all opinion. It definitely has the feeling of a Square RPG though, which I don't know. Their developers still make good things, they don't make... They're not what they used to be, but I mean... I'd still take them over many of the developers nowadays. Personally. I haven't played the second two, so I don't have an opinion on the whole series. I didn't think the 13 was terrible. And I haven't finished X2, so my opinion on that isn't available. But to be honest, I actually liked the first 13 game. I didn't think it was bad. So, personal opinion. They did that when they did Lightning Returns, like when they swapped it. Yeah, that was what the whole world was. We're in Riku's story, which, Riku's story doesn't really have as much story elements to it as Sora's. So it's harder to gather what's going on. The story elements tend to be in between the worlds rather than in the worlds. But essentially this fight is just break one of his dice rolls and it stops one of the roulette things and lowers the gate. And then you beat him up. That's not the fight to worry about. It's probably the fight that's coming up next. Which I am not particularly looking forward to, but at the same time I am, because I want to see how hard it really is when you aren't in middle school, because that's when this game came out and when I played it last, or when I first played it. And the boss that tripped me up in my Riku playthrough was a boss we're coming up on. Oh god, it is him. That scent, you're another nobody. You've done well to make it this far, Riku. Your reputation is well deserved. But to be scared of the darkness, what a waste. I'm I'm not scared. I really like it. You missed out on the better points of the game in the first in Sora's playthrough. Riku's is more of a challenge playthrough to see if you can beat it with the decks provided for you, because you can't make your own deck in Riku's playthrough. They just give you one for each world, each boss fight, etc. Sora's is more story oriented and you make your own deck. I haven't played Star Ocean. I have a friend who really enjoys the series. One day maybe. I've got a lot of games to play though. I can see that you are. You have the potential to control it. Cast away the fear that weakens you. Unbind your heart and take hold of the darkness within. And if I say no? Then you end here, light, darkness, and all. That's what one of my other friends told me about Limbo. And it's just like movies, man. I don't recommend. I try not to tell people things are great just period, because it's not. It's opinion. I try to tell them what I enjoy and what I think they might like, but usually I just stay out of it in general. Now end your resistance and let the darkness in. I don't know. I just try to avoid recommendations when I can, as it usually doesn't go over well. Yeah, this guy's a dick. And I'm wasting all of my attack cards like a fucking idiot. But I mean, like, for me personally, I like almost everything. So, the one exception was when my friend, really the one exception was when my friend recommended Limbo. I think that was the first time I really disliked a game that was recommended to me. So zeros break any card if they are used after. Doesn't matter the damage on it, the number on it, etc. They just break the card. The only game I've ever not liked when it was recommended to me was Limbo. Which is why I'm different than most people, because in general, I like anything I play. There have been very, very few games I hate. And I don't even hate Limbo, I just dislike it. Limbo's a pretty popular indie platformer. It's just not my thing. When I think platformers, I like Mario Brothers, Super Meat Boy, even Bashi. Something that gets me motivated to do it, and black and white ambient platformer isn't exactly motivating. Such power. What's wrong, Alexius? Is that all darkness can do? Well, it seems I am beaten. But the organization shall triumph. I may perish, but all the darkness within me will billow forth and devour you. So yeah, Alexius is the fight that what the? And I could give two shits about gameplay. With platformers, because platformers are different. For most genres, it's story first, then everything else for immersion, music, the world, the lore in the world, character development, etc. And then everything else. Gameplay, etc. That all goes under immersion. With platformers, it's a little different, because gameplay is really all there is in most of them. So I like good mechanics, good control, and a good soundtrack. Soundtrack's so important for me in a platformer, because if I'm not feeling the soundtrack, it just makes me not want to play it. What happened? Where am I? I can see clearly. And that's fine. I mean, I'm an RPG player myself, so I understand that. I need games that give me a good story, something that make me feel at the end of it. That's what I'm going to play first. That's why I haven't played a platformer yet on my stream. The closest to a platformer I've played is Super Mario RPG. It's important for all games, but for me, in a platformer, it is the most important thing. Because if I can't get into the soundtrack, I've got nothing motivating me to go through the game. For most people, it's gameplay. Gameplay is just as important as soundtrack for me. So, Lexius? Riku, I can see your hearts. I'd agree, because Super Mario RPG is one of my top 3 favorite games of all time. Um, and we'll be playing it January 1st, hopefully. I plan on playing it. Um, I have the 11 soundtrack, but I've never played 11. Um, no, it can't be. Darkness this file could only belong to one person. That's it. Remember me. Let me drift into your hearts. Ansem! Mwahaha, you called my name, Riku. You're thinking about me. You're afraid of the darkness I command. Good. The more you think of me, the closer my return draws. And when I awaken, your heart will be mine! Riku! Fight! Don't let Ansem take you! That voice. Your Majesty! Meddlesome King. But yeah, I mean, the king protected me. I do find soundtrack to be a very important element because it helps immersion. Your Majesty, where are you? Please answer! I put it right up there with character development, all the immersion elements. The world, the characters, the bits of lore, the little bits here and there within the world that just anything that helps immerse you into the game, down to like item design. You're with me, aren't you? So it's just as important as any of that for me. And above gameplay, which is an important distinction to make because most people don't make it. Most people put gameplay up there above, way above most of those elements. First Vexen and now Alexius is gone as well. What's to become of the organization? Larkson's out of the picture too. Nominate turned on her. Gee, I wonder who's next. Maybe you. Me? Nah. I already took my pounding from Sora. He thinks I'm done for good. I don't plan on doing a repeat performance anytime soon. No, I think Merluxia is next in line to go. You think Sora will win? Because anyone who beats you is unbeatable. Is that it? I don't know about that, but it definitely helps you, it definitely doesn't hurt the game. At least for me. All it does is make me want to play the game more. And, that's a good example, because, I disagree with the statement that Blizzard is rubbish now, but that's opinion. Again. Because I still play, well, I would play WoW. But I play Heroes of the Storm when I get to play it. Not often. But yeah, Symphony of the Night, I've never really played a Castlevania game. But the Symphony of the Night soundtrack actually makes me want to go back and play through them all. Same with the original NES Castlevania soundtrack and Castlevania 4. And Castlevania 2. That's the idea. Merluxia has plotted to use Sora against the organization. So it's fitting Sora should be his downfall. Then, we won't be needing Riku anymore. Good luck disposing of him. You want to take on someone who wasted less Lexius? That's not how I do things. Tell me, did you get the data on Riku's home? Huh? Yours changed. One of the senses died. A really strong one. That was Marluxia, keeper of this castle. Ex-keeper, I should say. The Keyblade Master just finished him off. Keyblade Master. You mean Sora? Sora is here? Would you like to see him? Or should I say, can you face him? I haven't actually played a castle. Well, I've played them. I've never beat any of them. I've played them for like 2 or 3 hours each. The first 4, Symphony of the Night, one of the PS2 ones, and the one on PSP. What does that mean? Darkness and handsome shadow nest within your heart. And until I've beaten any of them, I don't have an opinion on any of them. 'Cause it's kind of how I do things. I can't have an opinion until I've seen the whole game, from beginning to end. Otherwise I don't know the whole game, so I can't have an opinion on the game as a whole. Aren't you ashamed to face Sora in that state? What? Sora's fate is to battle the darkness. As the hero of light, he must oppose hosts of the dark. In other words, you. If you don't believe me. And I would completely not care about that because difficulty doesn't matter. At least to me. And I'm a firm hater of modern difficulty settings. Because they're lazy. So. That is one way I can call myself a hater, because I do. I can't stand modern difficulty settings. Then you had best see the truth for yourself. This card. This is our... Yes. Your home. So in terms of continuity, Sora just finished his story. This is basically what they said. So the story you play when you first play the game, this Chain of Memories, is over. Which means the story I'm doing now continues on. And we've got at least a couple more floors left. I don't know about that. Maybe with WoW. But it's all opinion. I never raided in WoW, so I have no I never thought I'd miss the island winds so much. It might have. I don't know if it really does have as much of those issues now. Character development, yes. The rest of it, I don't know. But, I mean, that's kind of how it's been with anything. If you end up going to the end game in any MMO, anything multiplayer based, there is always like this idea of unlimited options, but none of them ever work if you actually get to the competitive section of the game. I never thought I'd miss the island wins so much. Because WoW's the same way, where you could build your characters as many different ways as you wanted with the old talent trees, but only one build worked for each specialization. And that was it. There was nothing else. So they just embraced that and limited the trees. And I see nothing wrong with that. Funny, there was a time I couldn't wait to get off this rock. And now I'm acting all relieved. Because that's the truth of it. You really can't make an endgame with unlimited options. And you're entitled to that, I just don't agree. And that's really all I can say. Because I've watched Endgame for several hack and slashes for many MMOs, because I've been big on MMOs for about 10 years now. And MMOs, WoW isn't worse than other games, it's just as bad. Hell, it's actually better than most MMOs. And that's a fact. In terms of choices. When you get to the end of the game, there is usually literally one choice with MMOs. That's a very small list. And I don't know a few of those games. I'm assuming EverQuest. But, you're also listing a lot of games where you had to pay for them, and that's a very small pool of the MMO list. Very small list. I played 2 Moons, Requiem, Maple Story, Mabinogi, RuneScape. Fuck, it's been so long. 4 years of my life in high school, well, middle school to high school, I played somewhere around 30 or 40 MMOs. All to where you would consider them endgame. And there's only one option for each class. Period. And most classes are garbage. Maple Story, Mabinogi. Mabinogi has no classes, but it's a good. They're both good examples of that. What's with you guys? I don't think I've ever seen the 3 of you so quiet. And I've played many to that degree. All the ones I listed, Requiem, 2 Moons, Maple Story, RuneScape, Mabinogi, etc., etc. All the ones I listed, I played for months, non-stop. And this was high school, middle school, so I had the time to do that. What? Is there something on my face? I've also tried to keep track of Terra, but not as much as I would like, so I don't know the endgame as well nowadays. But when it first came out, it was really bad. In terms of balance. Like, it was one of the worst I've seen in a long time. Guys? Key of beginnings. But I gave up on Terra before I got to 60, because the leveling system was like fucking MapleStory. But modern MMOs are not that great. At least for me. The only one I can find myself going back to is WoW. I wouldn't call them lazy, I just call them not good, and that typically depending on the developers, it could be lazy because they're well-known developers, but some of them are just new developers who don't really know what they're doing. Wow, this deck. Of course, I'm not in their shoes, so I don't know if it really is laziness, but like, DC Universe, that's another game I tried to play to endgame. Oh my god. DC Universe is a good example of a developer that has had plenty of time to get their shit together, and they just haven't done it. What did I just do? I don't even know what the Lexius card does, it just sort of kills things. DC Universe is one I didn't mention because I didn't do the endgame. Not as much as I would have liked. So I can't really give an opinion on it. I only played one class, one character, and honestly you can't give an opinion if you either didn't play an extreme amount of hours with one character, because even like 300, 400 hours isn't enough to really get a good idea of the game, in my opinion, if you're only playing from one perspective. So yeah, I only played one character and I didn't do many of the raids. I did a lot of the other stuff. So yeah. That's why I didn't mention that one, because I didn't play it enough to know. The Lexius card is fucking brutal. Damn. Uh, I can get that. I mean, I had a friend. I can't say have because he's a friend I don't associate with anymore. Had a friend who hated all MMOs that had a class system, like period. He doesn't like the standard classes. He likes to pick your class and that's it. Or make your class. He likes that. Well, that's cool. But that's why his favorite MMO and the one he would keep going back to is Mabinogi. Because it has no class system. You just level skills. And I understand that approach to MMOs. It's just unrealistic. Although it'd be nice if it happened more often. But that's why we could never get him to play MMOs. After high school, anyway. I don't like this deck, it's a lot of low cards. Yeah. Something important for me to mention is very important. The reason I even talk about MMOs at all is because they were my life for about 8 years. I met my best friend and played RuneScape. I didn't meet him through the game, but that was one of our biggest ways to interact with each other because we don't live in the same state. Was through RuneScape. And I spent all of high school playing MMOs with my my group of friends that became just as important. And I still talk to most of them. All but two. For two different reasons. I can't go back to MMOs anymore unless it's MapleStory. Or WoW. Like actual MMOs. The last one I tried, last two I tried were Star Trek Online and Warframe. Warframe because friends play it, so I can play that one on occasion, but typically I won't. But I can't go back to MMOs because every time I'm playing them, all I can think of is I'd rather be playing X or Y. Because there are two main categories that MMOs tend to fill. like WoW, EverQuest, etc. like, and then the Maple story like Korean style, where it's grind based. And I'd rather just play those two games because that's what I know. I also really enjoy the story behind WoW, and I could never play an MMO again without a decent story. Now that after playing WoW. Most people agree with you, I do not. Quest-based is my favorite way to do it because it makes it really easy for me to just level about 1,000,000 characters. And I never played it. Because at the time it mattered, I couldn't afford to. And then by the time I could, my group of friends switched to WoW. And honestly, the story of Azeroth, like the full Warcraft story, is extremely interesting to me. It's the only story I've actually considered finishing, like actually going and reading the books for. The only other story I've considered doing that for is Game of Thrones. So that does say a lot about it, about my opinions on the WoW story. I started at the end of Burning Crusade, but it's just opinion. But I can tell you this. I don't PvP. I hate PvP. Fucking hate it. And I don't endgame raid, because finding a guild without all the shit that comes with it, fucking hate that. So what I did was I played with my two friends who played WoW with me. We had about 9 when everybody was playing it in high school. But once college rolled around, it was just me and 2 other guys, and they still play. I would play if I had the ability to play, but I don't. So we just did shit that we could do. It's not that I am not a fan of it. I'm more than not a fan of it. I just fucking hate it in all forms of PvP. Any game, period. Dark Souls. The only PvP I've enjoyed are MOBAs and card games. Period. I don't like sports. I don't like PvP in games. I can handle MOBAs because that's what they are, and I enjoyed MOBAs. And I can handle card games because I grew up on Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm a 90s kid. Outside of that, I just can't fucking stand it, and I want it out of my life. Like, I just want it to disappear from WoW so that everything can be balanced around PvE, because that would be so much easier. They'd lose a lot of money though, so I understand that. Love Pokemon. Haven't played any of the new ones though, because I can't afford it. Hi, by the way, how's it going? I played all the way up to Black and White, except for Diamond and Pearl. I didn't play that generation. And I'm sure that's true, but I don't know how the game is set up, so I have no opinion. I gave up on game development because I didn't enjoy it, so I don't care to really know the specifics, to be honest. Well, really, it was because I hate programming. Fucking programming is... I can't stand programming. Yeah, but that's all anybody ever cares about when they talk game dev to me. Like, internships and shit. So... But I don't really like most of the aspects of game development. I like to write stories. That's about it. I haven't talked to the industry. I talked to mostly indie people because I wouldn't want to work in the industry anyway. I would be an indie gamer. Indie developer if I had been a developer. Easier to get a hold of indie guys anyway. But indie development requires you to do programming because those are small groups. Unless you're going to get a group, you've got to know everything. And that's the problem with trying to get into indie. It's no big deal to me though. Like, I don't need it. It's just extra stress. Boom! This deck is so... I just want to skip this world. That's not a bad idea. Oops. What the fuck? You have such a huge hitbox and it doesn't work that time? Ah. Would 50 be a high enough level? Aha! Boom! Well, I don't know why they did it in Crisis Core, but in this game they did it because they were translating a 3D combat system to a handheld game. An older handheld game at that. Handheld system at that. So they just really used the card system as a way to get around that. I like it though, it's not bad. I haven't beat Crisis Core though. I played a little bit of it a long time ago. So long time ago. That to me that just sounds like an elaborate way to show RNG on the screen. Just using it for everything instead of some things, which I don't know, I've played with worse. Hell, if you've touched a D&D campaign, that doesn't sound bad at all, to be honest. Although I've never really gotten a chance to have a good D&D campaign, because everybody I've always tried playing with doesn't take it seriously. It's really upsetting. I've always wanted to get a real D&D experience, but only like half my friends will take it seriously. And it's frustrating. Boom! But yeah, essentially, this combat system is cards. There's more strategy than chance. You have higher number breaks lower number. You throw a lower number at a higher number already in play, you don't get to attack, you just lose your card. You probably gathered that already. But yeah, there's 0 through 9. 0 breaks anything if it's played after it, so it can attack against anything. But it also gets broken by anything, so it's essentially the highest card played last, but in play it's the lowest card. You can also stock up to 3 cards, and then it adds the total. But if you stock, you lose the first card you played permanently. So if you stock a 9 and then a 7 and a 6, you lose your 9 for the rest of the battle. That's about it, really. The strategy comes into predicting what your opponent's going to do. Which for normal fights typically means just knowing what cards they have because you fought them about 1,000,000 times. Like, I know all of these enemies right here, their highest card is a 6. And they can't stock cards. Only most of the bosses can stock cards. Which does make it a little bit easier on normal fights. Definitely. But RNGs is used in a lot of combat, it's just not used to that degree. My argument is just that Crisis Core sounds like Dungeons and Dragons and Final Fantasy. To be perfectly honest, just with combat instead of the whole campaign. And I don't really see a problem with that. Because there will be people who enjoy it. I'm a gambler at heart. I might really enjoy that combat system. That's why I don't go to casinos. And I never will. At least not for my... Honestly, I probably never will. And that's the joy of, like, Dungeons and Dragons. So, I mean, if you're a tabletop role player, that kind of shit's right up your alley. Because you can do, like, the craziest shit. And I'd love to be a tabletop role player, but I need a group that will actually take it seriously. This deck is ordered so perfectly that I'd love to. I'm never getting back into Magic because I don't have money. And Magic requires money. I'd rather play Infinity Wars or Hearthstone. Because those don't require money, just a lot of time. Oh my god, it's 15 minutes over the break. Wow. Well, I need to take this break because I forgot about it. So we're gonna do that. But first I need to change it because... Yes, okay. Yeah, let's get upset because I fucked up my playlist again. And I did it again. Thank you for coming out. I hope you're enjoying the show. This is a really late break, and I forgot my drink. This will probably be less than 5 to 10 minutes, but give me 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be back, and we're about to fight the boss. So yeah, that's cool. We're really getting close to closing out Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. And when we do, I don't know what I'm going to do after that. But we'll see, because we might get our ass kicked a few times at the final boss. Or at this boss. So yeah. When I come back, more Kingdom Hearts. And more bullshitting, because that's really all we've done. Yeah. Relax. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy too. I hope it's not too boring. Actually, since you brought it up earlier, before we leave, let's just find a random song in here. So I don't listen to this soundtrack nearly enough. Oh, I like this. Alright, we'll be right back. Don't go away. We are back. And it's a shame we took that break so late, because there's gonna be a break in another 40 minutes. Hey, Mega Man. That's another series that I never really got to play, because I'm a 90s kid. And when people think Mega Man, they think like a couple of the X games, but typically it's the original few that get talked about. And I got to play at NES, but my parents only owned Mario games. And weird games like Side Pocket and this casino game. That's one of the reasons I'm a gambler at heart, is because I grew up with a casino game. We got Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 1 through 3, Super Mario World, fucking Super Mario RPG, and then this casino game. And then me and my sisters got a Nintendo 64. And then I got a PlayStation. And that's how I grew up. So, Orgrimmar. I used to hear this song all the time. Then I went Alliance. Anyway. I do enjoy Kingdom Hearts music. I've heard Mega Man is a really good series, and I've given 1 and 2, well, I've given 1 a try. I'm so adamant about not playing games unless it's in order, with the exception of games that don't... the Final Fantasy series, really. Because for some reason I've rationalized in my head, well, this game doesn't have a continuity, so it doesn't matter, right? But there are so many series like that, and it doesn't click the same way for me. I don't get it, but I've done it. I need to find health before we go in and fight the boss. Now, I don't know how hard this boss is going to be with this fucking deck. It's essentially Riku just does Sora's worlds, just without Sora's story. So the bosses are the same, for the most part, with a few exceptions. So I already know who this boss is, and what he does, but I don't know his card numbers. With the exception of the black-robed guys. Sora and Riku have different black-robed guys to fight. With the exception of Vexen, who I fought last cast. Riku only gets to fight 3 black-robed guys. Sora has to fight 4. Kairi! Hey Kairi, don't tell me you... Ah. No, no, no! Surely you knew this would happen. Why would I know that? You've been to a number of worlds in your memory before this one, and in those worlds you met only dark beings. That's all that's left in your heart. Dark memories. Your memories of home are gone. Each and every one. That's a lie! I remember everyone from the islands. Titus, Selphie. Titus and Selphie and Waka. Kairi and Sora too. They're my friends. And who threw away those friends? Maybe it's your own actions that you forgot. You destroyed your home! This is that night. The islands you grew up on were sundered, scattered. Many hearts were lost to the darkness because of what you did. No. You hated being an islander, cut off from the other worlds. So you opened the door to darkness and destroyed the islands. You did that! And now you belong to the darkness. Look at what you are. This can't be me. So this Heartless is called Dark Side, and I fucked up. I fucked up again. Fuck. Damn it. The fist ones I'm not supposed to break. I'm supposed to let them finish so that I get more time to hit him. The other ones I need to break, because if I don't, I'll just get hit. It broke my card, what a dick. I might try Mega Man on the cast at some point, but I'll have to see, because I'd love to play through them. I'm fucking awful at Mega Man games though, because I have no past with them. I don't really have a game I've played that has the same mechanics as the old Mega Man games. Ah, fuck. I fucked up. Oh, it's over. Boom! I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'll have to look that up. Here's that, like, MTG. I don't know anymore. Because then I thought about it a different way. What's funny is the first time I read that, I read it as like a Marvel thing. Because I saw Hulk and... and now I don't know if that's what it was meant to be. I'm pretty sure it's not. Stop it, Sora! Don't you recognize me? Yeah, I recognize you. I can see exactly what you've become. Gah! Look at you, shrinking away from the light. You're not Riku anymore, just a pawn of the darkness. So be it. It's time for you to face the light. I'm a little upset I lost my my summon cards in that world. I'm fading, consumed by the light. You won't fade. You can't fade. No power can defeat you. Not the light, not the dark. So don't run from the light, and don't fear the darkness. Both will make you stronger. Darkness, too? Especially darkness, because that power is yours alone. The darkness in your heart is vast and deep, but if you can stare into it unflinching, you'll never know fear again. All this time I've been pushing the darkness away. Just be brave. Know that the darkness is there and don't give in. Do that and you'll gain strength unlike any other. You'll be able to escape the deepest darkness, and I'll be able to see through the brightest light. Follow the darkness, Riku. Let it show you the way to the friends you miss. But can I face them? You don't want to? You know I do. And I will. The darkness, my darkness, will show me the way. Darkness, awaken. Impossible! How did you find me in the light? You reek of the dark. Even the light can't block out the smell. I followed the darkness right to you. After all your protests, you still just another darkling. I know who I am. Since when? You were terrified of the darkness before. I'm not now. Nyah, hypocrite! He got away. And so the day is no. There was an enemy there. There was an enemy there. That was an enemy. How didn't I see that? I don't want more power balls. Go away. Oh, I'm bad. Wow, you dick. Why didn't I do that earlier? Now I feel really dumb. I don't know why I did that. Because I gotta go out this way. Well, shit. Boom! 53. Huh, you didn't hit me. Alright. Well, fuck you then. Oops. It's all good, man. I don't know what lies ahead. That's pretty cool. Is that an MTG thing? Because I only played with one like set. I only played during one period. So I don't know. I don't really know anything outside that period. Oh, MTG was another thing that actually got me to want to read about it after I started it. I'll have to look into that. What is he? No one's ever worn the darkness the way he does. It's not possible! What? Riku! Oh yes, of course. Vexen's replica. Good thinking. We could use this Riku to defeat the real one. Axel? Say, Riku. It must be hard now that you know you're not real. I bet you'd like to be real. Yeah. Well, you can. All you need is the strength the real Riku doesn't have. Get that and you can be a new person. Your own person. Not Riku, not anybody else. You won't be someone else's copy. You'll be you. Axel, what are you telling him? You know, I bet he's as good a place to start as any. Fucking tongue-tied myself. Have you lost your mind? Sorry, Zexy. Saving you doesn't seem half as entertaining as observing Sora and Riku. No! Stop! Riku. Riku. Who's there? Of course, that voice. I know you can feel it, Riku. The grip I have on your heart. You let the darkness in. You've let the oh my god. And all-consuming darkness is what your heart shall become. I'm not like that anymore. I think you are. I can't move. The deeper the darkness runs in you, the stronger I become. Controlling your body is an effortless task. Yeah, You interfering again. Alright, man. Take your time. Golly, I'm glad I made it in time. That should keep Handsome tied up for a while. Sorry I couldn't come sooner, Riku. Your Majesty, it's you. You betcha. Oh hey, cut that out, that tickles. Haha, this time you're real, no illusions. I'm so glad you came. I promised, didn't I? Don't worry, I'm okay. Just really relieved, that's all. I've been alone so long that having someone else around is a little overwhelming. But how did you get here, Your Majesty? I thought you were really far away. This card showed me the way. I was looking for the way out of the realm of darkness, and then this card came along. As soon as I picked it up, it showed me your heart and way out beyond the darkness. And that's how I tracked you down. I guess the card thought it belonged with you. Maybe you're right. We're now on basement 2. So logic dictates we have 2 floors left. But we'll see. I don't remember, to be perfectly honest. Oh, yeah. And that means I think I know who the next boss is. It was a boss I forgot. And it's probably gonna kick my ass. Where am I now? I don't remember this place. Your Majesty, do you know where we are? Your Majesty? His Majesty is not here. You must battle me in the darkness alone. Giving up already? Then accept your fate and accept Ansem as your master. You're not Ansem. Your scent, it's different. The Ansem in my heart smells darker, more foul. But not you. It's not darkness I smell, it's something else. I know. You're the one who guided me when this all started. You pretended to be Ansem and gave me the card to make me face the darkness. Correct. Calm it is. It's written as good a name as any. I've been watching you all along. Who are you, really? What do you want from me? I want you to choose. Choose. You are special. You exist between light and dark. You stand in the twilight. I forgot all about this. Which is even more important because it sets up another part in Kingdom Hearts 2. Which makes me glad I played through this before we went to Kingdom Hearts 2. I want you to meet Naminé. Then choose. Naminé? Who's that? You'll just have to meet her to find out. Hey, wait a sec. Obtain the Key of Beginnings. Now this is actually pretty interesting because for Sora, this was a very short world. It was just as long as Riku's world, but it was one of the only 2 worlds this short because it wasn't in the original game. It's its own world. Unique to Chain of Memories. Of course, it's not unique to Chain of Memories anymore because it's where you start in Kingdom Hearts 2. But I think you could have guessed that after playing this game. At least after playing through Riku's story, and getting the full picture. Oh, you need levels if shadows no longer take 2 hits to kill. This deck isn't awful, but it's not good either. It's just a deck. It's annoying though, because a lot of the good slights are set up backwards. This is gonna make the boss fight a major pain in the ass. So we're actually gonna do this whole level for XP because I don't want to get caught way under a level I feel comfortable at. And I think I can live with the damage output. Or damage output. The deck I have. And as you can see, my damage has sort of started to fall off. Mostly because we are in the last 2 worlds. The same thing happened in Sora's. We were 10 levels higher in Sora's, but Sora's damage lopped off dramatically when we got to the last 2 worlds. Same deal. I'm still pretty upset that the king's not here, because it means I'm gonna have to use a moment's reprieve card to make sure I stay healed. And I don't like doing that, it wastes XP. Potential XP rather. So we'll put it here in the middle. Fuck. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to. Well, let's do that first. So this is where Sora fought Vexen. This was the end of Twilight Town for Sora's story. Maybe Naminé is in here. Hold it, real thing. Well, shit. Well, you've changed. Last time we met, you were afraid of the darkness, but not anymore. How can you tell? Because I'm you. No, I'm me. I'm me, he says. It must be nice being real. A fake me like me could never get away with saying that. That's right, I'm a phony. The way I look, the way I feel, everything. I thought by finding some new strength I could be someone. Someone who's not you. But nothing changes. I'm still just empty. Everything about me is borrowed. As long as you're around, I'll never be anything better than a shadow. Don't let them use mega elixirs. That's a bad idea. Ow. Dick. Aw, fuck me. Ah, he stunned me for it, you dickhole. Ah, you ass. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I got my ass kicked. Not much to say about that. Did not realize that was the boss fight. Or a boss fight. Definitely made things hard.